Rest assured, after seeing this movie, I will never view cheeseburgers or s'mores the same way ever again. You're gonna have to watch the movie to get the context. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam, here with my brief thoughts on The Menu. This was directed by Mark Mylod. I hope I'm saying his name right. And the movie starred Ralph Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, John Leguizamo, and others. It tells the story of a woman, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, who is, I guess, going along on a date with, I want to assume, is her boyfriend, played by Nicholas Hoult. They're going to a private island to attend a very exclusive restaurant. And it's run by the chef, played by Ralph Fiennes. And it's like the finest of the fine dining, basically very pretentious food, like food we would eat with, like food we would eat with money that we just didn't know how to spend elsewhere. But as the meal progresses, things start to get weird and then downright psychotic. My buddies at the League of Cinephiles saw this at the TIFF premiere and they were absolutely raving about it, so I was praying to God that this movie came even remotely close to my area. And thankfully, my local theater got it this weekend, so you bet I was going to see this. And now that I have seen it, it's easily in my top 5 of the year. Now, is it going to unseat Top Gun Maverick? I do not know. I just saw it, so I'm going to have to sit on that one a minute. But simply put, The Menu is excellent. Firstly, all the performances are excellent. Ralph Fiennes gives his customary banger. Ralph Fiennes was just born to play a villain. Schindler's List, the Harry Potter movies, you put Ralph Fiennes in as the villain, your movie automatically goes to S tier. And he is deliciously diabolical here. And yes, I used deliciously for a purpose. Anya Taylor-Joy is pretty much the character we will all relate to in the movie, and she is predictably really good. Nicholas Hoult is really good in here, and holy crap, I was not expecting him, because Nicholas Hoult is usually really good, but I did not expect him to be as good in this as I was expecting him to. His character, his character is basically that guy who watches, I I don't know if Food Network exists in this universe, but he watches Food Network nonstop. He knows all the terms. He knows all the techniques. But you stick him in the kitchen, he is completely hopeless. He even does the thing where he takes the food picture and then posts it for the gram. Like, they even make fun of that in the first 15 minutes of the movie. I was wondering when they were going to do that, and they didn't waste any time. Nicholas Hoult is the fanboy, and Anya Taylor-Joy is the straight woman or straight man, a generalized term for straight man in this. She doesn't get why this restaurant is such a big deal, and Nicholas Hoult is just completely geeking out over everything. It's a fun dynamic, and it works. And really why this movie works is that it has a dark sense of humor while also skewering this pretentious food culture. Like, there are these two characters in here who are food critics, one of whom is this very stuffy, like upper crust, like looks down on the peasants, like that kind of food critic. Basically, the female version of Anton Ego from Ratatouille. And her plus one is just the dude who pretty much is just a yes man in the literal sense of the word. He's like, yes, excellent, like great quote for the magazine. Like, he literally like agrees with her after she has said something, because it was like, because in his mind is like, oh yeah, I was totally on your same wavelength when you really weren't, my dude. John Leguizamo plays a washed up actor, and really why he's there is because Ralph Fiennes' character saw him in a movie, saw John Leguizamo's character in a movie because he is a washed up actor, and didn't like the movie and is exacting revenge. Considering the fact that it's John Leguizamo, when that happened, I was like, I wonder what movie could have set this whole event in motion. Was it The Pest? It was probably Spawn, because that movie is crap. This movie is being marketed as a horror movie, and it's really not. There are definitely some scary elements, but it is more of a psychological thriller than a psychological horror movie. There is a difference. Ralph Fiennes' character is not necessarily Jason Voorhees if he were a chef, but he were basically Hannibal Lecter if he were not a cannibal and instead a chef. And like I mentioned, this movie pretty much skewers and just completely roasts, figuratively and literally, the pretentious, like, foodie culture that you see and you just fine dining in general. I'm pretty sure Ralph Fiennes' character is pretty much Gordon Ramsay on steroids. Like Gordon Ramsay without the ability to make a meme out of him. Like that's Ralph Fiennes in the movie. It's effective commentary mixed in with very dark humor, and it all works. This movie didn't come off as non-self-aware or just being pretentious. It all works, and there are several moments where I was just laughing out loud, and at a moment where it's just so supremely dark. But this movie's mastery of dark humor is just above and beyond. If I had to have one small, and again, problem, I suppose, but even then, it's more like that was a weird choice. It's the ending, and it involves a cheeseburger. You will know it when you see it. It was a very weird ending, and I feel like I'm going to like it the more I think about it. But when it happened, I was like, I did not expect the movie to go this route. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal because the rest of the movie is so great. I'm giving it an amazing grade. This is easily in my top 5 of the year. Will it topple Top Gun Maverick? I seriously do not know. There are several movies that I want to see before I make my top 10 of the year list, but The Menu is definitely in the top 5. That is for certain. Go see this movie if you have the stomach for it. But what did you all think of The Menu? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say. And if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.